Please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Gentlemen, you may replace your caps. Good evening, and welcome to the commencement of Cross Creek High School class of 2023. On behalf of the class of 2023, I would like to welcome parents, teachers, friends, families, and board members to the graduation of Cross Creek High School's class of 2023. Graduation is a time to reflect on the past. In reflecting on this year, we lost a classmate, a friend, an alumnus, a champion for Cross Creek, and our board member, Mr. Tyreek Robinson. Mr. Robinson was actively involved in showing support for our school and community. At this time, the class of 2023 would like to observe a moment of silence in honor of Mr. Tyreek Robinson. Graduation is also a time to appreciate and live in the moment. Additionally, it is time to anticipate what the future holds. We have made lifelong friends, indelible moments. The experiences we have had over the years have prepared us for our future endeavors. And I am excited to see where life will take each of us. Remember, never settle and that you are destined for greatness.
With the celebration of Memorial Day next week, the Richmond County Board of Education believes it's most appropriate to remind everyone of Augusta's long and distinguished military tradition. With that in mind, I respectfully ask that our graduates who have mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, or loved ones who've served in the armed forces please stand at this time to be recognized. Graduates, please know that the Richmond County Board of Education appreciates the sacrifice your families are making in order to preserve and protect America's freedoms. Thank you. You may be seated.
The Day Has Come by Alex Petro. The day has come to turn our tassels. We have gotten over our tears and hassles. From surviving finals to surviving quarantine, we have overcome the unforeseen. We have grown over the last 4 years and conquered our high school fears. As the phase of new has surprisingly sprung and our adult future has now begun, we will part farewells and will say farewell to the people who taught us how to think and how to spell. As we walk across the stage in the cap and gowns, there will be no despair and there will be no frowns. We have made our families patiently proud as they sit and watch among us the clamorous crowd. Clapping for all but cheering for one, our high school years are finally done. No matter where we end up, we started the same, and our legacy will live on with our name. Our dreams and goal will lead the way, and it starts here on graduation day.
Good afternoon, class of 2023. I want to thank the glory of God, our perseverance, and our hard work for getting us this far. After a long school year, I am so proud to say that we have finally made it to the day we have all been waiting for. Through the late nights, blood, sweat, and tears, I am so proud to be your 2023 salutatorian. My journey started with this quote by Toni Morrison. If there's a book you want to write, but it hasn't been written yet, you must be the one to write it. Looking at this quote, I was a scared young girl who did not know where her high school journey would take her. Now, my pages are full of memories, educators, achievements, and friends I will never forget. I am so lucky to have had such an extensive support system throughout this journey. To my mom, dad, and the rest of my family, none of this will be possible without you. So for that, I am eternally grateful. Many of us grew up watching High School Musical, praying that our high school career would be similar, but it was quite the opposite. 2 long weeks out of school turned into 2 long years where we had to adapt to wearing masks, adjust to online learning, miss many sporting events, and other important, remarkable moments of our high school career. Despite these unforeseen circumstances, we all still made it here. And for that, I am proud of us all. Without many of my friends, I would not have been able to make it through all the trials and tribulations high school has put me through. If it wasn't for RJ, I do not know how I would have survived online school. Every day, we would call each other on the phone and do the schoolwork together. This served as a very productive way to get things done during this unique school year. My best friend and I, Candace, have been working so hard to get to this moment since the 6th grade, and I wouldn't want to be up here giving a speech with anyone else. Throughout the several years we have been friends, you have helped me wipe my tears, pick me up when I felt the lowest, and put my emotions into words when I couldn't understand them myself. Through the ups and downs, I am so proud to say we did it. If we know anything about Cross Creek, we know that most of us had to do our time with Dr. Baker. If there is one thing I will not miss, it would be walking into class at 8 a.m. to Dr. Baker handing me a 30-page packet and then looking at Aaliyah and Candace like, is he serious right now? Unfortunately, he was definitely serious. Many of you would hate how he would bang on your desk to wake you up, have 2 parts to every test, and have so many rules that you will forget them sometimes. But despite all these things we may have hated, there was a soft and caring educator under the toughness. As long as we tried, he saw our effort and tried his best to work with us. Dr. Baker is the epitome of Black excellence. By being a part of the 5% of Black lawyers, taking his time to educate the youth as a passion, and having one of the highest U.S. history scores in the county. Thank you for writing the 1 million recommendations I came to you for, and for the listening ear you provided when I felt I was at my lowest. Thank you for spending money out of your pocket for the debate team so that Jada and I could set a precedent by being the only debate team in the Richmond County school system. I would also like to highlight other teachers who have captured me with their passion and love for their profession. Miss Coble was one of the teachers I was so lucky to have. She would get up at 7 a.m. with an energetic voice and vibrant examples to help us understand her concepts. Her classroom was a safe environment for us. If we were here, she would greet us with, "I'm glad you're here today," because she understood that leaving our bed that morning might have been hard to do. Her leniency is something I am grateful for because she understood that we might have been going through a lot, so she allowed us to complete late work. The lengths she went through to keep us engaged were admirable. Although I never wanted to sit on my desk if I was tired, she always greeted me with, "Are you tired, sweetie? You can sit on your desk." For your compassion and lightheartedness, I would like to thank you, Miss Coble. But I am so sorry to mention this so late. My name is Samia and not Samaya. Mr. Osborne always made me laugh with his loud noises every time he sneezed, his jokes, and his broom every time there was a tardy sweep. His humility makes his classroom exciting and a joy to be in. Mr. Rios inspired one of my Emory supplementals and was part of the reason I was able to get in. In his class, we had a lot of uncomfortable conversations about culture that shaped us to be more open-minded and welcoming to others. Last but not least, I would like to thank Ms. Ransom for making reading more exciting and constantly trying to find ways for us to feel like reading was not a chore. When I felt like the underdog, you always reminded me of who I was and why I should be so proud. Your son is so lucky to have you as a mother because of your open-mindedness and understanding of our struggles. I and many other of your students are so grateful for all the work you put in and how much you try. I hope that you understand how appreciated you are by so many of us students at Cross Creek High School because there aren't many educators like you. As we enter this new path as young adults, we will face the harsh realities that come with this world. But we have always known that Earth is a mess, full of many inequalities. And while it's always kind of been a mess, we know this is not how it has to be. Anything is possible, not just probable. I'm talking statistically beyond mystery that we can make this version of life a bit of our history. We can actually make America what she claims to be. And we can learn from our mistakes. When I was told I would not be able to get into Emory and Duke, I shut down and I wasn't going to apply. However, I changed my mind and used those words as motivation. It motivated me to spend months crafting a personal statement and supplementals. And can you guess what happened? I ended up getting into both universities. As we enter this new era of life as new adults, I want each and every one of you to never give up simply because someone does not believe in you. It will be best to take the doubts that others have of you and turn them into motivation. You will never be defined by one wrong mistake you have made, a statistic, gender, race, ethnicity, test score, or one bad grade. Reach beyond the stereotypes and assumptions and find the ability to harness those doubts into motivation. We will soon finish this chapter, and I hope that you will fill your new book with pages of excellence, profound memories, and whatever your heart may desire. Once again, congratulations, class of 2023.
Good evening. Board members, Superintendent Bradshaw, Principal Darden, faculty, staff, and most importantly, graduating class. My name is Candace Rogers, and it is my honor to serve as our class valedictorian. Family, friends, supporters, mentors, we thank you for the love and support you have given us throughout the years. To my parents, sister, cousin sisters, family members from New York to South Florida, I would like to especially thank you for allowing me to be me. Today, I would like to present my speech entitled Life. Many of us in this arena have heard the phrase, keep on living. Since I was raised by old parents and even older grandparents, I have heard this phrase more often than I care to share with you. Every time there was a teaching moment, they wanted to remind me that I may experience whatever issue was at that time. I assumed their goal had been to ensure that I pay attention to life circumstances and possible outcomes so I make informed decisions. As I reflect on our high school years, they have been like the childhood game that we played called red light, green light, and stop. In the 9th grade, we experienced COVID-19 and went from green light to red light to stop. But we survived and kept on living. In the 10th grade, we were given the option to go in person or online, with many green light, red light, stops. Our 11th grade year was set to be on green light the entire year. We enjoyed it with the mask mandate. In the 12th grade, we were all excited that we finally made it, and we were on the green light again. But life happened. I experienced the death of my grandpa, Walter Williams Sr., and we all experienced the loss of my cousin, Tyreek Robinson. The passing of both of these two influential people truly took a toll on my life. I knew it was important to understand that God only puts people through things he knows we can handle, so I had to keep the faith, regroup, and press on. These were definitely teaching moments that I recognize we'll all experience someday. Now, when I think of life, L-I-F-E, I have a different perspective on it. I encourage you to consider my thoughts on keep on living. First, the L in life could represent the love that we have for ourselves and others. We are commanded to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. Love gives us the ability to go through hard times, but also know we have family and friends in our corner to encourage us through our tough times. Love also motivates us to work harder to obtain the finer things in life, like a black Jeep Renegade I would really like to own someday. L could also stand for laughter, because laughing decreases stress hormones and just produces positive emotions. So, if you remember any funny high school moments, like us having a dance battle in the cafeteria during Decades Day, or how lit we were at our 11th to 12th grade proms, we can laugh at ourselves and think back on the good times we had in high school. Also, laughing at Mr. O's crocodile knowledge and his millions of jokes will forever be missed. Laughter is good for the soul, and we should enjoy life to the fullest, no matter what. The I in life represents inspiration. The person who inspires me is my sister, Camille. She showed me through her determination that success is possible, no matter what challenges you face. She helps me see the good in people, even when it is so hard to. My sister encourages me to keep on living and helps me to find ways to maneuver through my challenges. So classmates, who inspires you to move on to the next level? Who encourages you to keep on living? And more importantly, Who do you want to inspire with the things you are doing in your life? Remember, everything you do is a direct representation of who you are as a person. Next, F represents the faith that we can achieve every goal that God wants us to attain. In fact, Sami and I had to keep the faith that we could be on this stage today. We experienced many obstacles, but we are on a mission. This year, we studied for many hours to prepare to Dr. Baker's long test and practice over and over again for the required speeches for Miss Ransom's AP seminar class. The great teachers of Southgate Christian School, Pine Hill Middle School, and Cross Creek, along with self-determination, helped to make this day a reality for me. We should all have faith and believe that dreams that we hold dear in our hearts will someday become a reality. The E stands for energy. Many people say that Generation Z is a group of lazy young adults with short attention spans who are always on their phones. This may be true for some Gen Zs, but we have the opportunity to prove them wrong. Honestly, I feel as though some of the older people have animosity towards us because they did not have popular apps like TikTok or Instagram when they were growing up. So they want to hate on us for multitasking at our own pace and being technologically savvy. I want to remind the Generation Z group that we are talented, committed, and young, energetic adults. Now, let's not forget, this last semester for seniors has truly been a challenge. None of us wanted to be here. Many of us with senioritis walked in the hallways looking like zombies from Walking Dead. Just trying to make it through the day, week, and even month. But getting back to my point, we really do have the energy, but we would rather just use it somewhere else. So, in conclusion, life, L-I-F-E, represents love, laughter, inspiration, faith, and energy. Life is something we should all cherish because the next moment is not promised to us. We can strive to be happy and live our life purposely. So class of 2023, I challenge each of us to dream big, use positive affirmations daily, choose to make a difference, and of course, keep on living. Thank you.
distance. God is watching us. God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. Ooh, from a distance. Ooh, from a distance.
On behalf of Cross Creek's administration, faculty, and staff, I would like to welcome to the class of 2023 spring graduation. At this time, I would like to turn your attention to the board members and school system leadership printed in the front cover of the graduation program. I would also like to recognize the board members, superintendent, and cabinet members seated on the stage with us here today. Board members, Mr. Charlie Walker, Jr., President, Mrs. Shwanda Griffin, Vice President, Mr. Jimmy Atkins, Mrs. Venus Kane, Mr. Walter Eubanks, Mr. Charlie Hanna, Mr. Edward Lowery, Mrs. Patsy Scott, Dr. Kenneth Bradshaw, Superintendent, Mr. Horace Dunn, Deputy Superintendent of Operations and Administrative Services, Mr. Nathan Benedict, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services in Cluster 1, Mr. Donald Mason, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services in Cluster 2, Dr. Shantir Barnes, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services in Cluster 3, Dr. Andrea Roberts, Assistant Superintendent of Administrative Services in Cluster 4. Thank you. This year, we are proud to announce the following honorable accomplishments from Cross Creek High School. We had multiple, but we're limited to 10. We'll first start with our math team. We have the #1 math team in Richmond County School System, and we rank #3 nationally with perennial math competitions. We have Alicia Barton, who was our star student and senior who tested the highest on the single day with the highest score for the SATs on the day that she tested. And she chose Mrs. Andrea Triplett as her star teacher, who was also recognized and awarded the Golden Apple as a Golden Apple recipient. We have Marcus Doyle, who is the first Cross Creek student to receive his drone pilot license. Our DECA team advanced to national competitions, while our FCCLA members advanced to state competitions this year. Our track team made it to state. Brooke Jordan is the state champion in the state of Georgia for hurdles. while Jaden Dunn, one of our seniors, placed 7th in the state of Georgia. Our varsity's basketball team made it to the Final Four this year. Our varsity girls basketball team made it to the Elite Eight. Coach Lawrence Kelly was named Coach of the Year, and Antron Lorick III, one of our seniors, was named Player of the Year for Region 4 AAA. Coach Slime was also named Coach of the Year, and Michaela Bogans named Player of the Year for Region 4 AAA. And this is a big award, and it speaks very highly of our students, our student athletes, and our coaches, also as teachers. Cross Creek was recently awarded the Sportsmanship Award of the Year by the Georgia High School Association for Region 4 AAA. As this class moves into the next phase of life, many of you will take different routes to achieve your personal goals. We can proudly say that 70 of you will attend four-year colleges or universities, 32 of you will attend technical or two-year colleges, and 21 of you have enlisted in the armed services. Class of 2023, we are proud of you and wish you the best. We want to thank you for the many contributions you have given to Cross Creek High School. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Walker, will you join me at the podium, sir, for the presentation of candidates for certificates and diplomas. Candidates for graduation, please stand. On behalf of the administration and faculty of Cross Creek High School, I am proud to present the candidates for graduation who have met the guidelines, policies, and requirements established by the Georgia Department of Education and the Richmond County Board of Education for their respective certificates, diplomas, and appropriate seals. Mr. Walker, I present to you the candidates for graduation for the class of 2023.
You read what I was going to read. That's okay. I'm just going to say congratulations. Thank you, Principal Darden. Good evening, Razorback seniors. Congratulations, all of you. The principal has read what I was going to read, and that's quite all right because she did a much better job than I did, and I just want to say on behalf of the Board of Education that we certainly are appreciative of all your hard work, and I'm sure that you are as well, and the parents and friends and family and everybody else who's in the stands this evening. So good luck, and let's move on through the presentation.
Thank you. Graduates, you may be seated. At this time, the class of 2023 would like to express their desire for parents, relatives, and friends to refrain from noisy behaviors such as air horns or bells that may distract from the recognition due to all of the members of the 2023 graduating class. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Class of 2023, come forward to receive your diplomas.
Candace Ashley Rogers. Samia Lachey Evans. Mary Elizabeth Morrison. Alyssa Lachey Barton. Alicia Lachey Barton. Markel Brandon Pyatt. Mercedes Latrice Morgan. Aaliyah Antoinette Burton. Akira Amaya Anderson. Stacy Elaine Seago. Ronald Montel Heath. Nalia Tayana Sweat. Elijah Kalawa Canaho. Joseph Paul Bolt. Brittany Nicole Clark. Jordan Amari Jackson. Christian Marshawn Jordan. Marshall Jordan. Dynasty Nevaeh Snow Shaw. Jeremiah Eugene Middleton. Amor Naya Sears. Darren Mackay Lanham. DeKale LaShaw Hobbs. Lauren Janae Hightower. Donovan James Macklin. Isaiah Jeremiah Hutton. Kaylee Nicole Barrow. Tanaya Thomas. Ronald Maurice Ford. Chelsea Bonane. Casey Lynn Jordan. Tyvon John Paul Adams. Jada Lee Akerson. Sierra Nicole Anderson. Curtis Jaden Annis. Isom Lee Anthony. Kayla Leanne Anthony. Rayshawn Strayas Bailey. Catherine Nicole Batty Brown. Aiden James Berry. Deja Yvette Blunt. Emma Nicole Bowman. Shania Tiaja Bradley.
Christopher Levert Brown. Kendall Renee Brown. Richard Jalen Birch. Faith Annabella Carver. Ethan Anthony Serenoy. Laura Monique Chavers. Candace Lynette Clark. Kylie Enoch Carrera. Trayvon DeAndre Counts. Kenneth Preston Crowder. Aaron Michael Crum. Cameron Maria Daly. Quatavius Keyshawn Davis. Ashley Michelle Dickerson. Haley Nicole Dubos. Emily Nevaeh Dunn. Jaden Makai Dunn. Lillian Aviana Camille Burton. Douglas Edwards. Miles Alexander Edwards. Isabella Grace Fagler. Armando Flores Lopez Jr. Cicely Amari Foreman. Gerard Curtis Freeman. Brinson James Frost. Rojanae Nicole Garner. Kimiana Jeremiah Garrett. Willie James Gassett. Caitlin Alexis Gatch. Tyjavian Elijah Gilmer. Ashanti Nadia Green. Danae Christine Gresham. Cameron Marquise Grissom. Demetria Michelle Hall. Hunter Alex Hall. Mason Connor Hall. Joaquin M. Harding. Javon Mandrell Harris. Journey Azaria Harris. Tyler Mayamiko Harrison. Jada Elise Hawkins. Tanisha C. Heath. Jacinia Melba Hernandez. Savannah Elaine Harrington. Joycelyn Amia Bussey. Montel Jaquan Gilmore. Nia Vaughn Graham. Jerwayne Jerlin Grant. Jada Madison Gray. Johnny Lavelle Hester. Ex Carolzina Hogs Poe. Paris Naila Holcomb. Janisha Nicole Holiday. Violet Denise Holman. Jada Marie Hudson. Connor Joseph Huffman. Logan Gabrielle Ingram. Corey Keandre Jackson. Caleb M. Joyner. Megan Christina Kemp.
Kamani Troy Lawrence. Demetria Michelle Lawson. Anaya Lejeune Lewis. Sabrina Mariah Lewis. Trayvon Quadrius Lewis. Marcus Jabez Little. Antoine Montoya Lorick III. Isabella Fiona Lout. Christiana Marquia Luke. Tylinda Micaiah Kiana Martin. Karan A.C. Mathis. Jamal B. Jennings. Aaron Matthew Jernigan. Jeremiah Jarrell Crumpton. Justin Akeem Jobs. Hannah Noel Johnson. Ashanti Jones. Dayana A.D. Joseph. Torrin Asa Mathis. Jalil Elijah Matthews. Colin Elijah Mealing. Kendall Nasir Mealing. Janaya Ariana Melton. Rashard Jaquan Mickens. Dion Marquise Morgan. Courtney Renee Peel. Wynn Marcel Phillips. Takira Zamaya Pierce. Cassandra Marie Powell. Alicia Michelle Prince. Jeremiah Antoine Purtis. Marcel Rendell Rainey. Jayla Ayana Riley. Allie Paige Roberts. Samara Nicolette Robinson. Dustin Gregory Rosario. Ayani Leilani Ruiz. Adrian Bernard Morris, Jr. Fernanda Ann Morris. Carolyn Jean Murphy. Michael Anthony Odoms. Michaela Antoinette Odoms. Jumaya Yumika Orr. Grace Alexander Owens. Maya Simone Page. Kenyari Latrell Searles. Melanie Rachel Self. Aiden Blaze Shipley. Hunter Nathaniel Sykes. Maripaz Silva Oropeza.
Brian Cabrise Simpson. Gregory Allen Tripp. Ashton Shabias Upson. Carrier Diane Washington. DeBarlo Fernandez Washington. Robert Lee Whitehead. Diamond Monet Williams. Mackenzie Shanae Williams. Casson B. Willis. Michaela Gail Marie Wilson. Sarah Marie Palmer. Jaden Grace Paris. Elijah Lavoy Parker. Jaden Clarence Patterson. Dontrell R. Smith. Kieran Jermaine Smith. Aaliyah Giselle Stevens. Dylan Thomas Stevens. Kamaya Trinice Strickland. Terry Lloyd Stringer Jr. Ariana Miranda Taylor. Ivana Ann Renee Taylor. Travion DeKel Taylor. Gavin J. Teal. Zakiah Leslie Reneka Grimbley. Taylor Amir Wayne. Jayla Jasmine Yarbrough. Zara Delise Keys. Jasmine Gauss. Melanie Marie Cooper. Kayla Rain Zinger. Lauren McKell Terry. Anaya Ariana Thomas. Maya Samir Thomas. Jaden Jaheem Thompson. Jalen Deshaun Torbett. Irene Ivana Tolliver Mims. Kelly Grace Towner.
You can now be seated. Good evening, everyone. It has been an honor. Okay, hold on. It has been an honor to serve the students of Cross Creek High School this 22-23 school year as their school counselor. One of the goals we set was to make sure our kids left with some money to ease the burden of the parents. I'll be announcing our scholarship recipients, and as I announce your name, please stand. You can be seated after I name the scholarships. First, we will start with our salutatorian, Samia Evans. She is a Hope Scholarship recipient, Howard University Achiever Scholarship, Georgia State Second Century, AKA Augusta Chapter Scholarship. Our valedictorian, Candace Rogers, is a Hope Scholarship recipient of Zell Miller, the University of Georgia McDonald Brown Scholarship, the Realtors of Greater Augusta President Scholarship Award, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Zeta Chi Omega Chapter Scholarship, Georgia State University Second Century Scholarship, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority, Delta Alpha Sigma Chapter Scholarship, and Zeta Phi Beta Eta Theta Zeta Scholarship. You can be seated. Okay, and now we have an East Georgia Softball Scholarship awarded to Jada Akerson. And she is also a Hope Scholarship recipient. We have the Hope Scholarship recipient, Akira Anderson. We have the Richmond County Scholarship and Hope Scholarship awarded to Sierra Anderson. We have Bruden Parker College Athletic Scholarship awarded to Izam Anthony. You have the Hope Scholarship recipient, Rayshawn Bailey. Hope Scholarship recipient, Kaylee Barrow. Hope Scholarship recipient, Alicia Barton. Hope Scholarship recipient, Joseph Boat. Hope Scholarship recipient, Chelsea Bunn Annie and Dillard University Scholarship. Hope Scholarship recipient, Kendall Brown. Watson Brown, Jefferson Energy, and Hope Scholarship recipient, Aaliyah Burton. Hope Scholarship recipient, Lillian Burton. Hope Scholarship recipient, Faith Carver. Hope Scholarship recipient, Laura Shavers. Hope Scholarship recipient, Brittany Clark. Hope Scholarship recipient, Carmen Daly. We have an athletic scholarship to Allen University awarded to Jaden Dunn. Omega Psi Phi Upsilon Gamma Gamma Scholarship, Chapter Scholarship, Hope recipient, also Ronald Ford. Savannah State Honors and Alumni Scholarship, Hope recipient as well, Cicely Foreman. Hope Scholarship recipient, Caitlin Gatch. Hope Scholarship recipient, Cameron Grissom. Hope Scholarship recipient, Journey Harris. Hope Scholarship recipient, Ronald Heath. Hope Scholarship recipient, Tanisha Heath. NNCS Scholarship, Savannah Harrington. Hope Scholarship recipient, Lauren Hightower. USC Buford Full Athletic Scholarship, Hope Scholarship, DeKale Hobbs. Hope Scholarship recipient, Paris Holcomb. Hope Scholarship recipient, Georgia Military College Scholarship, Jada Hudson. Hope Scholarship recipient, Connor Huffman. We have an undisclosed college that will be announced tomorrow, which is a football scholarship. Can't tell y'all who it is yet. And an Hope Scholarship recipient, Isaiah Hutton. Hope Scholarship recipient, Lowen Ingram. Hope Scholarship recipient, Jordan Jackson. Hope Scholarship recipient, Aaron Jernigan. Hope Scholarship recipient, Ashanti Jones. Hope Scholarship recipient, Cassie Jordan. Hope Scholarship recipient, Christian Jordan. Hope Scholarship recipient, Diana Joseph. Hope Scholarship recipient, Athletic Scholarship to University of South Carolina, Beaufort, and a Michael McEmery Scholarship to Caleb Joyner. Hope Scholarship recipient, Elijah Conaho. Hope Scholarship recipient, Megan Kemp. Hope Scholarship recipient, Darren Lanham. Hope Scholarship recipient, Kamani Lawrence. A full athletic scholarship to Navarro College, Antoine Laurie III. Hope Scholarship, Isabella Lout. Hope Scholarship, Donovan Macklin. Hope Scholarship to Linda Martin. Hope Scholarship, Kendall Milling. Hope Scholarship, Janiyah Melton. Hope Scholarship, Jeremiah Middleton. Hope Scholarship, Brunel Scholar, and Delta Sigma Theta Scholarship, Mercedes Morgan. Hope Scholarship to Adrian Morris. Hope Scholarship, Mary Morris. Talladega Scholarship, Benedict Scholarship, Michael Odoms. Hope Scholarship and a Health Science Scholarship to Aiken Tech, Courtney Peel. Hope Scholarship, Winton Phillips. Hope Scholarship to Kira Pierce. Hope Scholarship, Markel Pyatt. Hope Scholarship, Jayla Riley. Hope Scholarship, Ali Roberts. Hope Scholarship, Samara Robinson. Hope Scholarship, Stacy Seago. Hope Scholarship, Kenyari Searles. Allen University Track and Field Sports Scholarship, Bryant Simpson. Track and Field Scholarship to Allen University, Keon Smith. Hope Scholarship, Dynasty Shaw. Hope Scholarship, Alea Stevens. Hope Scholarship, Terry Stringer. Hope Scholarship, Nalia Sweat. Hope Scholarship, Lion Leadership, South Carolina Freshman Gap Scholarship, South Carolina Merit Scholarship, Coastal Carolina Merit Scholarship, Winthrop Merit Scholarship, Payne College Merit Scholarship, Francis Marion Scholarship, Anaya Thomas. Hope Scholarship, Maya Thomas. Hope Scholarship, Tanaya Thomas. Hope Scholarship, Jaden Thompson. Hope Scholarship and National Guard Scholarship, Irene Tolliver Mims. Hope Scholarship, Kason Willis. And Hope Scholarship, Michaela Wilson. In total, class of 2023 has received $2,870,634 worth of scholarships. Congratulations, guys.
Good evening. Class of 2023, please stand. Class of 2023, it is my pleasure to lead you in our first official act as Cross Creek High School alumni, the turning of the tassel. In doing so, it signifies the transformations from seniors to graduates. Join me in turning your tassels from the right side of the cap to the left. Congratulations.